Good morning. It is Sunday. The Christmas decorating isn't totally finished and I'm hoping to do some more today, but I have realized that I'm definitely going to have to run out and get not any decorations. I just want to get some more kind of ribbon and stuff for the tree. So while I might give you a few sneak peeks of the decor, that is Tilly. I really need to cut her nails. That's why you can hear her going stomp, stomp, stomp around the house. Yeah, I would need to pick up a few more things before I'm going to be totally finished, and then I will give you a proper tour. But today and tomorrow, so Sunday and Monday, you are, oh, she wants to go up on the couch. You'll probably get some sneak peeks as we, come here, sweetheart. Oh, as we oh, careful, go around the house and that, like you did just there. But I will give you a proper tour probably on Tuesday, I think, because tomorrow, Monday, I'm not going out. I have some work and stuff I need to do, so I want to get that out of the way, because Tuesday, Wednesday, I know I'm definitely going to be out because I've got meetings and people to see and stuff. So today, anyway, on to today. I am just going to take it easy. As you can see, I'm no real makeup at all. I'm just going to chill out, and I think if I've got all the ingredients, because I kind of had this in mind to do at the end of last week, so I think I do. I think I'm going to bake some cookies. I've wanted to make some gingerbread cookies for a while. So I've got everything I'm going to need for this recipe. I'm taking the recipe, I just googled one, and it's from Genius Kitchen for gingerbread men. I will put a link below in case anybody wants to use it, but essentially plain flour, brown sugar, golden syrup, black treacle, or for those of you who are in the US or somewhere else, you can also use molasses, or those in Ireland can also use molasses as well, but I have black treacle, bicarbonate soda, ginger, ground cinnamon, I cannot say that word, ground cinnamon, you know what I mean, cloves, which you're actually going to sort of mince or crush, some salt, or an orange, and butter. I've got stork, so I'm hoping that will be okay. And of course, a selection of cookie cutters. As you can see from the box behind, I have a lot of cookie cutters. I'm one of these people, you can see up here, the idea of baking, and it's something I love to do but don't have nearly enough time to do. I do it when I'm stressed. I'm not stressed today. Today I'm doing it for pleasure. But because of my joy of baking and cooking and stuff, I have a lot of things, most of which never get used. I buy them with intentions, you know yourself. But anyway, so I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to do a selection of different gingerbread men, Christmas tree, snowflakes, maybe some sweets. I even have this homemade kind of stamper thing. I've got some hearts out. This is one I bought in IKEA a number of years ago, but I have seen it several times since then. It's supposed to be a cookie cutter roller and make your life easier and wastage, pardon me, less, but that's not exactly been my experience. I'm going to give it another go though. So I'm going to get to measuring things out and so on. This recipe is kind of a little bit different in the method as to how I would normally make cookies, so I might tweak it a little. It's supposed to make 24 cookies, so I'm thinking I'm going to double it, but I won't sort of cook it doubled, if that makes sense. I'm going to do 24 and then I'll do another batch. So in here I have my brown sugar, my treacle, my golden syrup, all the spices, the orange rind, the water, and I'm supposed to bring this to the boil. The one thing I didn't do, I didn't really read the recipe correctly, was I didn't sieve the sugar. So I'm hoping that's not going to cause me too many problems. But while this is coming to the boil, you're supposed to stir, and I'm going to try and weigh out the rest of my ingredients so they're good to go once it's ready. It already smells so good. I don't know what it is about brown sugar, but it reminds me of Christmas so much. So as you can see, my mixture has come to the boil. So we are going to take it off of the heat, and then I'm going to add in my butter, bicarbonated soda, and then slowly my flour. And once all of that's kind of gone in and it's formed a dough, I'm going to let it cool for about 30 minutes, this recipe says. I'm actually going to do 20, because what I'm going to do is once they're in gingerbread, like once I've cut them out, I'm going to put them in the fridge for 10 minutes on the baking sheet before I put them in the oven, because you get cleaner lines that way. They kind of cook better in the oven. So we'll see how this goes. It smells so good. So I'm going to start to add in the butter, the bicarbonated soda, and the flour. I'm going to turn this one off. So this is what the dough looks like. Even though it kind of looks really kind of wet and sticky and soggy, it's not. So I'm actually going to take it out of the pot, because the pot's still quite hot, and put it into the cool bowl. And I think I'm supposed to cover it. And then, let me just check. Yeah, leave the dough covered in a cool place to become firm for approximately 30 minutes. So I'm going to put it in the fridge. I'm going to cover it with some cling film. Take it out of this, put it in this, cover it. And I've decided that I'm not going to immediately make the second batch. I'm actually going to cook this batch up, taste test, and be sure that the recipe is good. I just kind of want to put more cinnamon and ginger in there. I'm not getting like the overpowering smell, but maybe it's a good recipe. So I'm going to cook them up first, and then actually now that the more that I'm stood here beside it, it is quite potent. But I'm still going to cook them up. While they're cooking, I'm going to do some emails. I think that's the best, just to taste test, because I want them to be delicious. But yeah, first I'm going to let it cool. I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to let it cool. This actually has a really good consistency. I've just taken it out of the pot, and obviously I've kind of like molded it into the bowl to cool, and it actually has a really good consistency. I'm really happy with that. And it is actually beginning to smell amazing. So part of me is thinking I might just go ahead with the second batch, but I might wait. No, I'm going to wait. I am going to wait. That way I get some emails done too. So the dough is ready to be rolled out, and I've got my baking tray, and this, as opposed to using like greaseproof paper, this is like just one of those cookie sheet things. I think I got that one in IKEA a while ago. But yeah, so I'm going to roll out. I've just slightly floured my surface, which is actually my hob, because, you know, I only got a foot of counter space, so you have to be inventive. So there I am, all rolled out. I think I'm going to start off with the more kind of like traditional, like cookie, you know, cutter things. The gingerbread man, the Christmas tree, the little snowflake. I'm going to pour out a little bit of flour there, and this is so I can kind of go like that with my cookie cutter. It just makes the cutting out process a little bit easier. So I'm just going to press down like that, and hopefully, yay, he will come out. And then I'm just going to put him down like that. And like I said, after I have cut them all out, I'm going to put them in the fridge for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to cut them all out, and then I'll show you what they look like. So this is about as many I'm going to fit on the cookie tray, and I need to roll this back up. Oh, I need to roll this back up to cut out some more. So I'm going to stick these in the fridge to begin with, and then put them in the oven. So I managed to get a few more. I'm going to put this onto a baking tray now in a moment. And I have a tiny bit left over to add to the next batch. So the other ones should be ready to come out of the fridge. And yeah, going to stick them in there. They're supposed to take, the recipe says they take about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to put them on for 13 and then check them and see. So the first half of the first batch is just out of the oven. They smell so good. I've got them cooling here. The second half is just gone into the oven. And I'm going to taste test my first cookie. I'm going to do it live for you all. So it smells good. It's like hard like a cookie. Okay. I think these are nice. They're slightly overcooked. Ever so slightly. So these ones actually have 4 minutes left, so I'm going to take them out now. Because I think these are just slightly overcooked. They're like too crunchy. Okay. So this is the second half of that first batch, and I've taken them out 3 minutes earlier than the first batch. The first batch went in for 15. These probably got 12 minutes. So yeah, they already don't feel as hard. And yes, how cool is that? It's a stacked cooling tray, because you know that's how I roll. And I got one more level to go with it. So yeah, I'm going to see how these, gonna let them cool for a minute, and then I'm going to taste test the snowflake. But yeah, oh, sorry, never turned off my timer. But I'm already going to start the second batch, so I can get the mixture in the fridge anyway. The second batch of cookies are ready, and oh my god, they are divine. I tweaked the recipe a little bit. I made a few changes, a bit more water, used self-raising flour, lowered the temperature of the oven, and I also made them thicker. So I cut the thicker gingerbread man. All the difference. So what I'm going to do is, because I know so many of you are going to want to make them after you see how good they look, I am actually going to create my own recipe of what I've just done, and I will link it in a PDF in the description box below so that you can download it and print it and save it or bake them immediately, because they're so good. This is how they turned out. Oh my god. So these trees were the first batch, so you'll see they're slightly slimmer than the gingerbread man. Oh my god. And obviously I've just sprinkled some icing sugar on top because I had plans to decorate them all. Let's be real though, they're not going to last long enough for me to decorate. And although James did say to me, do not eat them all, I did make out of the surplus of the second batch mini little snowmen and mini little kind of what do you call those, stockings. These are the first batch, which are, they're fine, like they taste good and all, they're just really, they're really hard, and so I'd be afraid somebody might break a tooth on them or something like that. But what I am going to do with them is I'm going to make some truffle cookies. Are you interested to know what truffle cookies are and how I make them? I might share that with you on, let me see, today is Sunday, on Monday or Tuesday. I shall see, probably Tuesday. We'll see. But yeah, if you'd like to know how to make truffle cookies, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so I think that is going to be it for today, because it's sort of late afternoon and I really just want to snuggle down and watch a movie with James. And so I'm going to get this edited and scheduled for tomorrow, and yeah, just relax for the evening and enjoy some of our cookies. I'm going to make some hot chocolate to go with them. I'm sure James is probably going to have, like, I don't know, wine or brandy or something hot like that. But yeah, the house smells amazing. Oh, with the recipe, which obviously you'll see below, I did increase the ginger and the cinnamon too, like I kind of mentioned I wanted to. But yeah, yum. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff.